Now, over the course of 18 or 19 years of lifetime, we have encountered a bunch of people in our lives, and we have drawn the conclusion that those people have a tendency to be weird. Is that correct? We? Or are we? We'll find out today. JJ, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Now, what's your hypothesis? Are people weird or are we? Also, are we people?
Yes, we are people.
Are we really people?
Yes, we
are. Are we humans at all?
Yes, we are humans.
Or are we dancers?
I was about to make a
setting that up right from the beginning. Okay, we are people. We are probably weird.
Yes.
Does that confirm the fact that people are weird?
Maybe.
Potentially. Okay.
Well, so what we're actually talking about is
social dynamics.
Social norms and social dynamics.
Yes. So there's a bunch of shit we disagree with.
Actually, the first point you indirectly brought up already, exchanging pleasantries. Why do we do it?
Did I do that?
You asked me how I was doing, and I said fine.
Okay, fair enough. I do that because I care. I honest to God care about how you feel.
Yeah, but I'm saying most of the time.
Not true.
When someone asks you, how are you doing?
Yes.
They expect you to say good or fine, and just move on.
It's like, yeah. So,
no one actually wants you to start complaining about your life.
That's exactly what it is. I'm going up to someone, it's like, how are you doing? And they're like, good. All right, good. How are you? Good. And you're going up to someone, how are you doing? It's like, oh, pretty bad. This and this happens. Like, oh, shit. Should not have asked. Like, I want to get out of this place.
But what is the point in having this little exchange? The only thing you're saying by that is, I'm a polite person.
That is true.
But that's only that way because it's expected to say that.
Yeah. You are not nice. You are being nice.
Yeah.
That is a problem. So, that is also the problem when people's like, oh, people don't like nice guys or whatever. Like women don't like nice guys.
Yeah, and
you're not nice. You're being nice.
Yeah, but that's like, it's a huge waste of time exchanging pleasantries and all that stuff.
Exactly.
You could just go up to people and talk to them,
be like
about things that matter.
Yeah. Usually, okay. Here's the
Small
thing,
talk,
right?
Huge waste of time.
How do I usually greet you? What do I say when I'm ringing your doorbell and you answer and you're like, what is usually what I say? I'm saying,
sup, fam.
Sup. I'm just saying sup. And then I'm ascending the stairs and then I'm like, and then I'm sup fam or something like that, and he's like, alright, good day. But
I usually do say good day because it sounds fancy.
It sounds good day. Sup fam is the opposite of being fancy. This is the thing, right? I'm not walking up to like.
Also, quick side note: sub fam.
Sub fam. Hey, sup fam. How about you, sub fam? Rap battle. Oh, alright. Listen, what was I getting at? Okay, alright. You know how people like? Okay, this is greeting ritual, right? People will shake hands and like all that type of stuff. We never do that.
Nope.
I don't shake your hand when I'm meeting you.
Also, technically unhygienic. If you constantly shake hands with people, you're spreading all the stuff around. I'm not saying that necessarily makes it wrong. I'm just saying.
Of course, yeah.
That's not the main point. The main point is wasting time.
It's a thing, right? That's just tradition, and it's supposed to convey trust or whatever, right? For people who need that to be conveyed over that type of shallow bullshit. I guess. And the greeting, like the talking, is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. It's shallow.
How you doing? How's the family? How is this and this doing? Like you really cared.
There's no conversational value there.
Right.
Like
maybe people do all really care, and we're just demonstrating that we're psychopaths by revealing that we don't really, usually don't really,
Yeah, but it is generally expected to say good when you're asked how you're doing.
Specifically,
unless someone close to you is actually asking like. How are you actually doing?
How are you actually? Yeah, exactly.
But
right.
if just like an acquaintance comes up to you, be like, "Hi, how are you doing?" It's like, "Yeah, fine. How are you?" It's like, yeah, fine too. It's like,
sure. If you're
that's a minute.
If you're like mad as shit and you're throwing stuff around and obviously completely losing it, and then like your wife comes up like, what is wrong? And then like, I'm probably not trying to be nice there.
Also,
but usually.
Also, another point talking about that. Telling people to calm down.
Yikes.
It's like, I get the idea, but it never works.
It doesn't work. It does not work when they are not already calm. Okay, listen, if I got something to be legit mad about, then telling me to calm down doesn't work. It doesn't work for anyone.
And if anything, it has the opposite effect.
yes, it is just, it's basically like people are reading a script at that point. Right?
Yeah.
They're not actually like analyzing the situation, like, okay, this guy is mad about something. Like, okay, fair enough. It's like, what do you do in that spot?
Yeah, of course. But
probably best thing to fuck off, right?
Either say out of the way or say something that actually is constructive. Like,
yeah.
If you're mad about a certain circumstance,
then
but
do
you maybe
this and this.
You maybe had a fact wrong.
Yeah.
I could correct you and be like, oh, no reason to be mad.
This and this.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
But if it's just like, oh yeah, don't be mad because being mad doesn't help. Of course you're mad.
I just got my shit stolen, right? It's like, I'm mad about it. Calm down. Why? I just got my shit stolen. Shut up.
Yeah, if I'm like, oh, we found it, that's a different thing.
Yeah, or like let's call the police then, or I'm just getting out of your way because you're mad.
Exactly. That's another one. Like, why?
But it's like, it's in certain situations, it is like people are reading off of a script.
Exactly.
There are situations where you're supposed to say something, and it doesn't matter if it actually does something or not, and usually it does not.
The problem is, if you don't do it, you'll be considered rude.
Yeah. If it's like someone is mad, I'm sitting there and looking at it, it's like, why are you not helping that guy? Why you don't care about how he's doing? Like, do you?
And even worse with the greetings, where it's like, oh, you don't greet someone, you don't ask them how they're doing. It's like, what kind of rude person are you?
Yeah, you're an asshole, obviously, right?
I'm not a rude person. I'm an efficient person.
Yeah. Like, ever heard of conserving energy? Come on, folks. But, okay, fair enough. I mean, the thing is, when you meet someone completely new, right? That type of stuff is necessary to a certain degree. Like, that shallow stuff, like, to get to know the name and all that
also,
bullshit.
Like, the typical questions that you ask someone you don't know is like, oh yeah, like, what do you do for a living? Like, all that.
That's awful. Like, I hate that.
Why do you go...
hate small talk.
Like, ask something that might give you an interesting answer.
Yeah. Hate small talk. Be like, alright.
What do you think about Trump?
Like, first question? Probably not good.
Of course, it's like, oh yeah, hi. What do you think about Trump?
What do you think about Trump? Don't do that. But also don't be like, but also don't bomb us with 10 questions about like, oh, how you doing? What do you do for a living? You come here often? Nice Rachel we're having. You know, it doesn't work.
Yeah. So, like, horrible. Like, small talk in general.
Awful. Hate it. Never liked it.
But you also need it because it's expected of you.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm not good at it either.
Yeah, no one is... I don't think a lot of people are really good at
There is
small talk.
people who actually practice that shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's still, like you say, it's a script, basically.
Yeah, of course. They're reading off a script. And I don't like that mentality.
Exactly. Like, just have natural conversation with people.
Exactly. Be like, hey, what's up? You know, hey, this is, like, it's pretty cool around here. Like, I'm, like, talk about what you're doing or something like that. But, like, just, like, you know what, like, for example, right? You look and it's like, okay, they're wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt. Oh, yeah, Guns N' Roses? Guns N' Roses are cool. Talk about music.
Yeah.
Like, don't be like, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, alright, I do you come in often? Well, what's your name? Stuff like that, right? That's weird.
Okay, names are somewhat important.
Names are important, obviously, right?
Although I have had acquaintances whose names I just didn't know for months.
Same.
Especially because I'm not good with names to begin with.
I'm good with names, but when I don't get the name and I don't really care about them, you know?
Also, that's the way I do conversation. I don't ask for names, usually.
Usually,
if the name comes up, it comes up.
Yeah, it comes up.
But I don't ask for names.
Sometimes, but usually not.
Like, there was this dude, right, who I had lectures with in college.
Right.
So, he also was a Hearthstone player.
Alright.
But, I mean, I didn't know him, so we were talking at the bus, and I was like, oh yeah, I think we're talking about the computers. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I have a tablet with me. I mainly use that to look at the script for lectures.
Yep.
Or to play Hearthstone.
Right.
And I was like, oh yeah, I play Hearthstone too. And we started talking about Hearthstone.
Yep.
And then, like, every now and again we would sit next to each other and lecture and stuff, and usually talk about Hearthstone or something like that. And I never talked to him like, oh yeah, what's your name? Like, or something like that. And, like, probably like a month or two later, I found out what his name was.
Yeah, sure, right?
It just didn't matter.
It did not matter. That's what happens to me too. Like, okay, do you remember that one incident? When someone was when someone was trying to convert me to Christianity.
Oh yeah.
10 minutes upon meeting me. Do you by any chance remember that person's name?
Nope.
Neither did I until someone else told me afterwards.
to be fair though, I was not part of that conversation for long.
Yes, you was.
Like the actual conversion part?
Okay, not the conversion. Don't call it that. The initial conversation.
Initiation part.
Yeah, when she was coming up.
Yeah.
It's like,
did she say her name?
No. The first thing is like, hey, are you this really smart guy? And I'm not trying to brag. That's what she said to me. You're this really smart guy who graduated with a really good GPA. It's like, yeah. And it's like, okay, then, and then she was talking about school a little bit.
Yeah.
Something like that. But names never came up. I don't think she asked for my name. Maybe she knew it. I don't know. And then...
To be fair, she asked if you were that person, so I'm pretty sure she might have known.
Yeah. Yeah, probably knew me. Also, turns out her best friend, I'm kind of friends with. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Maybe.
There's somewhat connection. I don't... nothing to do with those. But they never got their name. Never got the name. And I didn't ask for it. Because I didn't even initiate the conversation. Like, yeah, what are we talking about? Like, yeah. Just confirming stuff. Like, yeah, I'm good at math. You know, I'm also good at English. And I was good at history class. You know, I'm also good at... Like, that's like... But come on. Okay, that's kind of the opposite, though, because that wasn't really... I don't know if that's really... Okay, that's the thing, right? She went from stupid small talk to slapping me in the face with religion. It's like, not even the important stuff, like name, like what's up, like all that stuff, like let me introduce myself, but like stupid awkward small talk, like I'm gonna get out of here. And then it's like, how about you find Jesus? It's like, okay, I could do that because he was there. Our pal Jesus was there.
I was gonna make a joke about, and then we found him in The Walking Dead, but yeah.
We also found him IRL, getting wasted like he does.
We also found a dude who actually looked like Jesus.
Like on a concert once. On a concert once. Dude looked like Jesus. That was fantastic. But you know that type of scenario, that's not how you talk to people. That's not how I want to be talked to.
You know how you would have walked up to that guy if you had initiated a conversation with him. It's like, you do know that you look like Jesus,
You do know you look like Jesus, right? That's the first thing you say.
Yeah.
Like either be.
And then he's like, oh yeah, my name is Paul, but my friends do actually call me Jesus.
Yeah. Either be like, okay, you want to either be completely funny and just crack out an opener, like if you're that guy, or you want to be like, okay, somewhat reasonable, introduce yourself, get their name, and then just talk about common interests, like talk about situational stuff.
Although here's the thing, also, not direct, I guess somewhat related. You know Jarek 120, right?
Yes, I do.
So he says
magician and wrestler.
He sometimes on his channel he often goes up to people and asks them, like, he performs magic tricks for them. Yeah. And sometimes he asks at the end, do you remember what the first swing was that I said to you? They never remember.
No,
because
people never remember. Because it doesn't
matter.
It does not matter.
Of course, unless you say something that instantly makes them go away. But
yeah, be like, you were fuckface.
Just start the conversation.
That's probably the last thing that you're gonna say to them.
It's like, as long as you don't scare them away,
that's the thing.
It doesn't matter what you say.
That's the thing when people trying to make such a great impression. Be like, okay, I gotta introduce myself. Gotta say, like, I gotta ask how they're doing. You know that those what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Those greetings, like, gotta seem polite and all that. People don't give a fuck.
First impressions don't matter nearly as much as people think.
What was the first thing you ever said to me? I said to you. Don't know. No clue.
First thing ever? I don't know, but it probably was...
Probably like...
when we had French class.
Probably like, sup. Like sup.
Like, sub to my channel.
Sup to the YouTube channel that I will build in a few years.
Together with you.
Still something to it. Still something to it. Like, I don't know that. I don't know that for anyone.
I do remember that we were joking about the French door slamming sound.
Yes,
like Vlan.
Yeah, I remember some stuff from like...
That was one of the earliest conversations we had.
Pulling out bullshit in the back of French class because French class was awful.
Exactly.
Okay, but you don't know the exact first thing.
And then we kind of were acquaintances for a while.
Yes, but you do not know... And then we didn't have any classes together for a while.
Yeah, and then
like the last 2-3 years...
we were just sitting there after class, like...
Yeah, playing the card games, letting the good times roll, yeah.
We were just sitting there, everyone was like, why the fuck are you still sitting there? Which is also something along the lines I said, and then we started having conversations like, oh,
so
we have similarities.
Good music.
Like,
usually.
We have a surprisingly similar taste in music.
Yeah.
and the rest happened from there.
Exactly, right? YouTube, YouTube. So okay, but that's the thing, right? The first impression type of stuff. So people are weird on that behalf, and everyone's weird in their own right.
Of course, if you're having a job interview, first impressions matter.
Yeah,
because that gets you the job.
But that's the thing, right?
But just in general,
but like general social conversation
doesn't really
there's
matter too much.
I've talked to people who never who always been on that stupid type of awkward small talk type of level. It's like after a few minutes, I don't want to talk to that person no more.
Yeah.
And then there's like I said, that example is like, oh yeah, join my religion. I barely know you, but join my religion. That was like, what? Dude.
To be fair, that's probably easier if you're part of the biggest religion in the world as opposed to some kind of small cult.
Which I guess that was the case.
I mean, it was Christianity. She was trying to...
It was Christianity, but her best friend called it a sect.
Okay.
I think she was like... She actually said that to me, she was very Christian. I was like, most people call it a sect, but I don't really think it's that harsh. So the person actually said that to me.
Okay.
And her best friend was like, yeah, it's a sect. Like having a go at her. All that stuff. It was not a pleasant conversation at all.
Although those are the people that try to convert you the most.
Yes, that are the people.
Like
Jehovah's.
Yeah.
And all that.
Hey, you want to join our little friendly group?
Want to join our fisherman's club, eh?
Want to drink the Kool-Aid?
Have the fun? Yeah. No.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You gonna be wearing a complete full suit and killing yourself in hotel rooms like by four people laying in the bed, What are they called again?
I don't know.
Gates of something.
I don't know.
That fucking called what were they called? Like Heaven's Gate? Something like that.
I don't know. But it sounds about right.
It was something like that. That was some mass suicide doom pack shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
Back in the days. Don't care to be involved. Do not care.
I don't think cults were necessarily originally going with this, but...
Do not care to be involved. Okay, something else when people are weird, maybe.
So we talked, before we started the podcast, a bit about group dynamics.
Yes.
And there's this one thing that I said, which is sometimes people try to do what they think the rest of the group expects of them, but that's what everyone in the group does, and suddenly you've got everyone following the group, but no one actually leading it.
It's a follow the leader dynamic without a leader.
Exactly. And everyone's trying to follow what they think is accepted of them from the group, but everyone is acting differently from who they actually are.
Yes.
Because they think they need to.
They need to.
But because actually, they don't need to.
They don't need to, because no one is really assuming any other role. And I also said that the actual leader type of characters won't participate in that at all.
Yeah, of course.
Right? They'll go their own way, music reference.
Because you can't be a leader and follow the herd. That's a contradiction.
Yeah, sure. But here's the thing, right? Also, those people, they will tend to follow this type of group where everyone's trying to fit in or whatever, more than they would actually try to follow a specific leader.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
there was someone in that group okay, y'all listen to me now, we're doing this my way, then they would be like, no. I'm not blindly following you.
Yeah.
But subconsciously, they're doing it anyway.
Yeah, you can't be like, oh, I'm the leader now. You would have to be a bit more subtle about it.
Obviously, right? But if you're that type of character, and then they oh, no, we're not following you, and then they still, like a group of sheep, right? Then you walk away. It's like, fuck do I know?
And then they all walk away together.
Yeah, you'd walk away, right? I don't like that dynamic at all. Don't like being in those groups.
Nah, me neither.
But that's a character type, right? We do know a lot of people who pretty much behave like that.
Yeah.
Have known a lot of people back in school.
It's always those people. You imagine them just standing around in a circle.
Yeah, like at least 5 folks.
Reinforcing each other's expectations.
Yes, exactly. Usually more than that.
Without actually ever anyone setting those expectations. Except for what you think.
I sometimes wonder what those people talk about. In their groups. Do they just do small talk all day?
420 straight blazing?
Potentially. That too.
I don't know.
Like, but what did they talk about? Man, those like you know that in high school, those circles of like 6 girls standing around, none of them like absolute characterless voids.
I was thinking more of like the dudes who hang around at the bottom of the stairs, all smoking like right off the school grounds because you can't on the school. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Them too, but those you could have at least have some type of interaction with sometime, because if there was a topic being brought up,
yeah.
But there's also people who would just flat out like, do you have a personality, or just like, or you just like exist?
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
There's legit boring people out there. That's a thing.
Also, it's weird when people go with the mainstream just to belong and have something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching certain TV shows, listening to certain types of music just because everyone else does.
Of course.
Just to have a topic to talk about. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it.
Don't do it. So why would you do that? That's how people start drinking too.
Yeah.
That's always how people start drinking.
I think even more that's how people start smoking.
So, sure.
I think that's one of the worst things that are perpetuated by that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, it's cool to smoke. Cool. Everyone's doing it. Let's do it.
Gotta do it. You're standing there. It's like you're standing there with a bunch of folks, and someone started smoking. It's like, hey, we all want to try this? And cigarettes out.
It's unhealthy and it's expensive.
And then the dynamic kicks in. Like the one dude does it, and like everyone feels like a sheep, like following the group with no leader. It's like, oh yeah, let's do it. That's expected of us now. The more people do it, the more people will start.
I thought it was going down when we were in school, when there was not that many people smoking, and then all of a sudden, everyone started smoking.
Everyone. That's awful.
It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Dude, it's like, yikes. Like, people.
There was like, maybe like 5 people out of like the 90 in our classes that were smoking, and then all of a sudden it was like 50.
It's like half the population.
Maybe not as extreme, but still like all of a sudden like a bunch of people.
What's going on out here? It's like, it's like that. You wouldn't believe what types of people smoke.
Yeah, some of the people, I wouldn't have thought they would ever
Never
do that.
thought they'd do it.
All of a sudden they do it.
Yeah.
And then of course there is the phenomenon of the party smoker, which are people that only smoke when in presence of other people.
Yeah.
Bigger groups.
We do have a fellow acquaintance.
Yeah.
What? A fellow acquaintance comes to mind.
Like,
fun fact, it is, as of recording, that person's birthday today.
Uh-huh.
Fun fact.
I did not know that.
Fun fact.
Which doesn't help anyone.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Gotta love Easter eggs. That is also, that's a phenomenon. Not usually.
Yeah, Easter eggs, that's also a social phenomenon.
Easter eggs in general. Easter eggs in real life, huge fan. I do like real life Easter eggs. Like both the ones that you collect and like actual Easter eggs that are from games but do happen in real life.
I do like me some eggs.
Eggs.
But just eating and not searching.
Yeah, not too much though. It's not that healthy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's healthy these days?
Yeah, it's true. Are you segueing into another topic?
Not really, because there's still a lot of time between that. But we could probably get into the halftime show.
We could soon get into halftime show. Do we have anything else about people being weird, though?
I don't know, because
you were talking about weird
circles.
You were talking about weird social norms.
Yeah, I mean, that's the general topic. Weird social norms, interactions.
It's like behavioral type stuff. You can't do that, you can't do that. Yeah, fair enough. I guess we could do the halftime show. Let us know what you think and how awfully wrong we are, obviously.
Halftime show.
I'm pulling up my computer right now.
As announced last week.
So JJ, do you remember
quiz.
last week when you was quizzing me on both the NFL and the WWE?
Yes.
And there was some tough questions in there.
But like most of those,
I was pretty good.
You were pretty good, and for a lot of the number ones, you were pretty close.
I mean, the number ones, it's tough to get them, right?
Yeah, exactly. You either know or you don't know.
Yeah, I would have probably gotten pretty close to all of them without the answer possibilities. Anyway, I got a quiz for you.
I mean, some of the WWE ones, it was like, you just knew the exact year for like when they were found and stuff like that. It's like, whoa.
Sometimes, yeah. Okay, here's the thing, right? Also, the Pittsburgh Steelers one was real easy.
Yeah.
Six Super Bowls. Okay, I got a quiz for you, right? And it's concerning Hearthstone. Because that's a thing. Okay, I believe it's 18 questions.
Okay. That's a lot.
I'm gonna ask you a question. We could do the same thing like we did last time. You get a free guess if you don't know it, or like you want the 4 possibilities. I'll give you the 4 possibilities.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. I don't know how up to date this thing is. I don't know too much about this stuff that like most things is listed. But anyway, oh wait, does it say? Yeah, it's from February 2016.
That's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay.
Wait, is that? That's not even the same standard format anymore, I believe.
Let's just see if it works, right?
Yeah.
First question. How much damage does Blackwing Corruptor's Battlecry do?
Blackwing Corruptor. That is, I believe, a card from the Blackrock Mountain expansion.
Right.
I do not know from the top of my
2,
head.
3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna guess 3, but I don't know.
That is correct.
That's would generally probably be the most
Okay,
likely.
so we got some math questions too, right?
Okay.
What are the chances of a piloted shredder dropping a Doomsayer?
Okay, the question basically is how many cards are there that he could drop,
Yes.
and then piloted shredder drops the minions based on cost. So any minions that have the same cost as the Doomsayer, which I believe is 3.
Doomsayer is, I think, 2 mana.
2. Okay, 2 would be eligible, but if you're playing it in standard, only the ones in standard, but not of this standard, but of the previous one, of the old god standard, which, I mean, that's relatively slim, I would say, like 1 or 2%, like let's say 3%.
Okay, it's 1 in 88. The chance is 1 in 88, so it's a bit over 1%.
So yeah, with 1 or 2 I was pretty close.
Fairly slim, yeah.
Like the 3 that I finally decided on was a bit too high.
Yeah. Okay. How many of Gelbin Mechatorks, heard of them before?
Yes.
Awesome inventions are there?
Like 3 or 4, I believe. Let's say 4.
3, 4, 5, or 6. You gone 4?
Yeah.
That is correct. That is correct. Which minion has a custom summoning sound when playing against Garrosh?
Oh gosh. It would have to be Cairn, right? Cairn Bloodhoof.
Yes, it is true.
Because Garrosh killed Cairn.
Oh, okay.
In a duel to the death.
Fair enough. I do not know. Which minion is shown?
I didn't know that though. I was just guessing based on the lore.
Which minion is shown on the rank 2 symbol?
I've never gotten that high. Wait. Rank 1 is Innkeeper. Rank 2. Oh gosh.
You would you want the options?
I've seen it recently, but I can't remember. Give me the options, please.
Mountain Giant, Molten Giant, Frost Giant, Black Knight.
I believe it's a Mountain Giant.
It is the Black Knight.
It's a Black Knight.
It's the Black Knight. The Mountain Giant is 5.
is in there though.
I think the Mountain Giant is 5.
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
But number 1 is the Innkeeper, which is the only thing I believe in the whole thing that's not a card.
Yeah. What are the chances of getting a specific minion, for example, Reno Jackson, out of an unstable portal?
An unstable portal, you could get any minion. Again, if you're playing standard, it's only standard minions. Which there's a few hundred of, I would assume. So it's like 0.5%, 1/4%. Like, let's say
you go 1 in so and so, because that's how the answers are listed.
Let's say
you could have the.
Let's say about 1 in 300.
So options is 1 in 388, 1 in 452, 1 in 495, and 1 in 512. So you're going 388.
So I was already in the right size category. Let's go 388.
It's in 495.
Okay.
So there's a bit more than that. But
I had the general sizing.
Yeah.
I think the exact numbers is way harder than the.
Right. What was the original maximum of obtainable wins in Arena before the number changed to 12?
I want to say 8.
It's 9, 10, 14, or 15.
Okay, then I guess 10.
9.
Oh.
So it was pretty close with the...
Yeah.
With the 8. Kind of close.
I could have probably told you 12.
Right.
But I did not know that it changed that.
Okay, again, another one.
Because I've never been that successful in Arena anyways.
how up to date that is right now. How many collectible 10 mana cards are there in Hearthstone?
Okay, so I believe the Deathwing Dragonlord might not have existed back then, but I'm not sure. So there's Deathwing Dragonlord, there's the original Deathwing, there is okay, Ultra Sword definitely didn't exist back then.
Right.
There is the faceless dude with the like 10 mana 12. Yeah, what is it, 10/10 or something like. So I'm gonna say it's not that many. It's probably like 5 or 6.
4, 5, 6, or 7.
I said 5 or 6, so let's say 5.
5. It's 7.
Oh, it was 7 back then, and it's at least 8 by now.
Okay.
Because the Ultrasaurus is relatively
They
new.
mentioned something about a sea giant.
Sea Giant?
Sea giant?
Doesn't ring a bell right
I
now.
don't know.
But it's probably reducing its cost somehow.
Yeah.
Because it's what giants do.
Some giants do it.
I believe Arcane Giant is 12, like Mold Giant is 25.
And Mountain Giant?
Mountain Giant,
Isn't he also 15 or 12?
want to say something around there.
How many times has Unleash the Hounds been changed? 1, 2, 3, or 4 times.
I think they might have changed the cost at one point. I'm gonna say once.
3 times.
Dude!
2 buffs, 1 nerf.
Okay. Does it specify more or?
No, it's just 2 buffs, 1 nerf.
Okay, that's interesting.
How many spare parts are there? I did air quotes.
Yeah, because those are the 1-drop spells that you can get from a lot of the Goblins vs. Gnomes cards. There's one that gives you +1 attack. I believe there's one that gives you +1 health. There is return a minion to its owner's hand, which was changed to return a friendly minion or something like that. There is one stealth till end of turn. That's all I can think of right now. So I can think of 4, but I have a feeling that I'm forgetting some. So let's say 5.
7.
7. I've got more than I thought.
It's 7.
Okay.
Okay, how much dust does it cost to craft a golden wisp?
Okay. Rarity of a wisp, I believe, is common.
Alright.
Might be a rare, but I believe it's common.
Right.
Unless it's a trick question, it's a standard card, but I don't think so. In which case, a golden, I want to say 400.
That's correct.
Yeah.
400 is correct. Who is Rexar's favorite animal companion?
Oh gosh.
I know that. I flat out know it. Because I think it says for...
I want to say Hoffer.
No, it's Misha.
And that's Misha.
Yes,
I
Misha.
knew it wasn't Leok.
Yeah, it says... I think it says either on the Rexar page or on the animal companion page.
Yeah, that's also...
It says, like, by the way, Misha's totally his favorite.
I did not remember if it was Misha or Hoffer. I knew it wasn't Leok.
Yep. When was Hearthstone officially released?
It's been a few years now. There was the beta though. It was like, gosh, time is one of those things I'm not good at.
Time.
So it's a second year of standard, and it took them a while to get standard in there.
Right.
Standard was introduced with Whispers of the Old Gods, I believe. So there was 3 expansions before that, which I think they released one of the adventures each year and like one of the other expansions. So like there was 3 adventures before. So so by that math, 5 years ago, but I think it's not that far. So let's say 2013.
Okay, here's 4 dates, right? September 4th of 2013, January 21st of 2014, March 11th of 2014, or June 28th of 2014.
Well,
You're gonna go 2013.
through math and guessing, I got to 2013-14. So let's say, let's say January 2014.
It was March 2014. Pretty close.
I thought they put up more expansions than 1 card pack and 1 adventure each year. So I didn't remember exactly though.
Which key mechanic was added to the Hearthstone with the introduction of the Grand Tournament?
That was Inspire.
That was Inspire. Correct.
I could have told you all of those. It's like, Explorers League is Discover.
Death Rattle and Battlecry.
Death Rattle and Battlecry were in there from the beginning.
Right.
there is some more.
You don't see much Inspire, do you?
No, because it's not. The Grand Tournaments isn't in standard anymore.
Oh.
So the only expiring cards are the ones that they added afterwards.
Okay.
There's also like quests were added in. Oh gosh, there was in Angoro, and then like the legendary heroes were added in Knights of the Frozen Throne and stuff like that.
How much attack do you gain from playing Seal of Light?
I think it's +3 attack and divine. Oh no, wait, it's +3 attack and it heals you. But I think it's 2/3.
2.
It's 2.
Yeah.
It does something else as well. I believe it's.
I guess.
I believe it heals.
Correct answer is 2.
Okay.
Okay. How many giants are there?
Okay. Molten, Mountain. You mentioned the Sea Giant.
Apparently.
There is the Arcane Giant, which is from Karazhan, so I don't know if they have that in there yet, when it's from early 2016. I don't think so.
Answer possibilities are 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And I'm sure I'm forgetting at least one, so I'm gonna say 5.
That is correct.
Yeah, so it should be 6 now, because I think Arcane Giant should not yet be in there.
Alright, pretty good. How much do you overload for playing Neptulon?
Neptulon,
whatever.
Oh gosh. Like, I don't think I've ever played Neptulon. I mean, I don't have Neptulon, but even like Arena or like Tavern Brawl, I don't think I've ever had him. It's a pretty high-end card. It's one of the 4 elemental lords, by the way. Elakir, Ragnaros, Neptulon, and the Earth Mother, whose name I can never remember, who's actually not in the game.
Clockwork Giant.
Oh, Clockwork Giant, yeah. I'm gonna say 4, but I don't know.
Alright. Options are none, 2, 3, or 4. And 3 is the answer.
Yeah. It would have to be a few. I didn't know how many.
Exactly. Okay, I got one more, which is the name of the following card, which is stupid because people can't see it.
Yeah.
I can describe it to you, though. It's a dude holding a big sword in his right... yeah, describe it. He's holding a big sword in his right hand. It's basically all gold and yellow. And he's got armor, big shoulder pads, gloves. It's a Protector of Light, Guardian of Kings, Chosen Peacekeeper, Defender of Justice. I can show it to you. But the people won't be able to see it.
That's a dude who heals you.
The people won't be able to see it, though.
Is... I believe he's called the Guardian of Kings, is that? He heals your hero 6, I know that.
That is correct.
Yeah, good.
That is correct. Okay.
Because I knew his effect. It's like, I believe it's like 6 mana, 5/6, heal your hero by 6.
Alright, you got 8 out of 20. 2 of those were also with pictures in them, so you got 8 out of 18.
Okay.
That's good.
That's not that good, but most of the ones that I got wrong were relatively close.
I mean, I played the quiz through before, trying to see if the questions were hard. I got like 3.
It is Arcane Intellect on there.
Yep, I got like 3.
Okay. I mean,
it's the stuff that I never experienced.
Also, to be fair, it's pretty hard to answer a quiz about the previous meta.
Yeah.
Like, the previous standard. Like,
it's tough.
But hey, that was pretty decent.
It is pretty tough. Okay, that is the halftime show for today. Like the quizzes, as always. Got something more, though, right? What's next? Fact of the week? Fact of the week. Let me quickly see where I got my fact of the week.
So let me say my fact of the week first, then.
Yeah, you start up.
And my fact of the week is that, you know how in Google, when you type in fun facts or like, I'm feeling lucky.
That's how JJ
gives you
honest facts of the weeks.
Not true. It gives you random facts, and I have once used that before as a fact of the week. One from there. And...
that was a sushi fact, wasn't it?
Thanks for calling it out. I was gonna tell the people that we were gonna highlight their comment when they got it right, but apparently you just spoiled that. So never mind.
Oh, shit.
Well, yes, it was a sushi fact.
Okay, we're gonna highlight your comment if you can tell us in which podcast it happened.
Exactly.
Because then we don't write that down in the titles. Alright, you need to listen back to all the podcasts, or even keep it in mind. Tell us which podcast it happened. I'm sorry. You know we should really prep this type of stuff so this doesn't happen.
Yeah, but
it should be a shoot.
The thing about the fact is though, it's more fun when we don't know each
Yeah,
other's facts
we
and we
don't know
can react to them on the air.
Yeah, I guess it makes it legit. Okay, my fact of the week is a ball of solid steel and a ball of solid glass will bounce higher than a ball of rubber.
Of solid rubber?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the rubber ball, when it hits the
it
floor,
absorbs the force as opposed to redirecting
it deforms, it absorbs the force, a lot of the energy is lost.
Yes.
So if the glass ball, if it doesn't break, it will bounce up higher.
The problem is, if it's solid glass, it will probably partially break things off, which, again, would have the same effect as the rubber ball.
There is a way to blow glass the way where it's like its surface is really, really dense.
Yeah.
And stuff doesn't break.
So that's basically the elastic versus non-elastic.
Yeah. There is a way to, like, when they can blow, like, glass bottles and all that stuff that are really, really tough from the outside, and the tougher it is from one side, the less tough it is from the other side. So there's bottles that the outside of it, you can use them as a hammer, but you drop, like, a pin inside and it'll break.
Yeah.
Because of the tension, right? So that's cool. That's the fact of the week. And we got a second topic coming up. Do you remember how last week we debated about music?
Yes, I do.
Now, I like debates.
Yes, you do.
I do. What's better than a debate though?
A lot of things are.
Is there?
Are we gonna debate that?
We're not.
We're not debating that.
The answer I was hoping for is 5 debates in one topic.
Yeah, of course.
5 debates, and that would be fast debates, pretty fast debates.
Exactly. It's fast debates about food.
What are we debating? If we want a pun in there too? Food.
It's the fast
food debate. It's also, is it a fast food debate at one point? Yes, it is.
Yes.
The first one is also about fast food, but not all of them. It's a fast food debate, and sometimes it's a fast food debate.
Also, knowing us, it's probably not going to be that fast.
Not going to be that fast.
But it is planned to be fast.
It is planned to be fast. We got 4 debates coming up, all related to food. First one, talking about 5.
Yeah.
5 of them. Yeah, he's right. First one, talk about pizza, right?
Yes.
Okay, here's the thing, right? 2 ingredients on pizza that are both pretty controversial if you like them or don't like them. Mushrooms or pineapple. I happen to enjoy pineapple on my pizza.
And I happen to enjoy mushrooms on my pizza.
Okay.
But I don't like pineapples.
Okay, here's the thing,
also
right?
not on my pizza.
Here's the thing, right? What is usually the type of ingredients of a pizza, right? All tend to go in the direction of spicy, meaty, not very fruity, not very sugary, nothing. Okay, so
exactly, not sweet, not fruity.
Exactly.
So no pineapples.
That is usually the direction that pizza tends to go.
That is already the best argument against pineapples I could make.
It is the best argument for pineapples, however, because nothing but pineapples will add such a new, like, type of layer to a food. Okay? If you already have pepperoni, if you have cheese and onions, and you have all kinds of meats and all kinds of vegetables on a pizza, adding mushrooms doesn't do much. That's another wrinkle to what's already been exhausted 10 times over with the ingredients of the pizza. Pineapples, however, completely different thing, and it tastes good. I will not.
Doesn't go well together.
Does it not?
Besides the fact that pineapples in general aren't that good.
Are they not?
As a food.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, what is the best heavenly combination of 2 foods that one could possibly put on a sandwich? Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
One of them, nutty, contains a lot of, like, fats, pretty, similar to, I would assume, the stuff that you can put on pizza.
No,
it's not sweet, rather salty, containing a lot of fat and protein.
But I don't think.
And the other one is sweet. It's fruit.
I don't think that peanut butter would go well with pizzas.
That's not what I said at all. Jelly would go better with pizzas than peanut butter. Oh. I'm saying the pizza, the dough, the meats, the vegetables, the high protein, high fat stuff. That's the peanut butter. The jelly is the pineapple. So that it very much disproves the fact that sweet and hearty foods don't go together.
I wouldn't consider peanut butter hearty though. I would more think of it as a sweet thing. Although it is not inherently sweet, it almost always goes with sweet things.
It can. It's also good by itself. But it's better with sweet things.
That's the thing. When you categorize food as sweet and hearty,
you can eat peanuts by themselves. You can also eat M&Ms, and M&Ms are better than the peanuts by themselves. Fact.
That's a different argument.
Yeah.
And salted peanuts? Probably better than M&Ms.
Not a huge fan of salted peanuts, but hey, we got stuff coming over. What does make mushrooms so great though?
So basically, my argument against pineapples is your argument for pineapples.
But what is mushroom? Why is mushroom so great though?
Mushrooms, first of all, taste good.
Do they?
And second
I'm gonna listen to you though. I'm not interrupt you.
And second of all, just like a lot of other pizza toppings, it goes well with the other stuff. It supports the overall taste, but it doesn't like completely take it over. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're gonna put something in there like you're putting on like chilies, like really hardcore like chili peppers, like really hot, to the point where you're not tasting anything else on the pizza.
Right.
Might as well eat them without the pizza, because it's like you masking the flavor of everything else. Mm-hmm. But mushrooms play well with the other ingredients that you're putting on there.
Right.
It presents overall more or less unified flavor.
Right.
And, I mean, at the end of the day, I like mushrooms.
Okay. First of all, okay, I like X is not a good argument.
I know.
That is subjectivity.
But
That is not how debate works. Let me talk. I did not interrupt you. Don't interrupt me, alright? You made your point. I'm here for rebuttal, alright? I will, however, criticize the other arguments you made. You said it contributes to the overall theme of the pizza.
Yes.
Which is my argument against it. But let me clarify that in a different example, right? You are the owner of 8 Toyota Corollas. Small cars, all the same or roughly the same in size, in power, in color. Nothing different, okay? All the same. Now you got the choice, right? You need another vehicle. You don't need it, but you want it. Because you already got 8 Toyota Corollas. Do you get yourself another silver metallic Toyota Corolla? Or do you get yourself a monster truck? Tear it up. Like a bike, Harley Davidson. Tear it up. Get something new with that. Get some variety in your life. Have some other experiences. Or do you get yourself another car of the same cars that you already have?
That example would more relate to, do you want one pizza with one thing and another pizza with something else, as opposed to 2 things on the same pizza?
You want mushrooms and pineapples on the same pizza?
No!
You can have it all. I'm
saying, you don't buy a car just thinking of like, oh, how does it fit in the set?
Alright.
You don't think of your car... okay, you might think of your car collection.
That's kind of the point you made when you said that mushrooms fit in with pizza.
Yes, but for me, comparing like buying another car is like ordering another pizza on top of the pizzas that you already have.
Right.
It's not like adding another ingredient to one pizza. That's
the
more
pizza,
like...
the pizza, the
that's
whole
more like
pizza.
getting like new seats for your car.
The whole
would be a more accurate analogy.
Okay, you're just one dimension too low. The whole pizza is your garage, and the single ingredients on the pizza are the cars that fill up your garage.
Yeah, but I'm saying
we are judging the amount of fun and versatility contained within your garage.
I'm saying the analogy works better on the other layer though, because it doesn't work that well on that level. Because you just can't compare it. It's not like you're driving multiple cars at once, but you're eating all the ingredients of the pizza at once.
You could drive multiple cars on the same day.
On the same day, sure, but not
for different occasions.
You take one bite of the pizza and you have multiple ingredients in your mouth. You don't drive multiple cars at once.
One of which could very well be pineapple. Which, to another point, pineapple does have its own taste. Mushrooms do not. Not really. Not really.
Okay, they don't have that strong of the individual taste. That's true.
Specifically, imagine this, right? Base pizza. Dough, tomato sauce, cheese, pepperoni, some meat, you know?
Yes.
Okay. Some spices and all, like you know? Does have a pretty strong taste, you know? Alright. Now we add one of the following two things. We either add mushrooms or pineapple. What has a bigger effect on changing the taste?
Pineapples.
That is correct.
The problem is, the effect is not positive.
Is it not?
And also, why fix something that isn't broken? Like,
Is pineapple pizza broken? Wait, you say, okay.
the basic pizza
Yes.
is already great.
The basic pizza is tomato sauce and cheese.
Okay, just those, but you said like pepperoni and meat and stuff on there already.
Okay.
In that case, that works.
That works.
And you're saying, let's go a radically different direction.
We could, yeah. If if you're feeling to add anything to that, then yeah. But mushrooms do not really add anything, so they're redundant. There's two ways to go from this, right? The system works with keeping it as is, or I would like the system to change a little bit, so I'm changing it to a point where it's actually changed. I'm not adding filler that doesn't change anything, because that's redundancy. That is not value in any situation.
That would only apply though if mushrooms were the exact same as everything else. They are not the exact same. There is a difference. It might not be as huge as for pineapple.
There is a difference that is barely noticeable.
Although, so I think we both made our points.
I think we did.
And I think we should probably go on to the next.
Man, we could pull a debate. We could pull a full debate out of each of these.
Most probably. Not sure about all of them.
Also, you need to vote in the comments. Let us know what you think.
All 5 of them.
All 5 of them. Next one and this one.
Unless you don't have strong opinions about it.
Yeah. Next one and this one I pretty much win right off the bat. I'm repping pickles.
I'm repping cucumbers.
He's going cucumbers. Okay, here's the thing, right? If I want
Also, quick aside
if I want a cucumber, I will take a glass of water. I will walk outside. I will scrap up a little bit of dirt off the floor on the street. I will pull that dirt into the glass of water, stir it up, and I will drink the dirty water. That is the same as walking into a store and buying.
I was about to say.
Walking to the store in the vegetable aisle and just shoving a cucumber down. Buying a cucumber and then...
Like a full cucumber.
Yeah. Buying a cucumber and then eating it. Same thing, cheaper, probably more hygienic, probably less chemicals in there. A cucumber consists of water and a little bit of shit.
So do humans.
That is true. That is true. Would you eat human? Are you cannibal? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying, although I'm not generally opposed to the idea of eating human flesh. But we've had the discussion before, I believe.
Did we? Maybe.
It's inefficient.
It's inefficient.
Do not do it.
Yeah, it's emergency situation type of stuff, right? But that is not the debate. A pickle, however, is nothing but an improved cucumber. It is the process of creating a pickle is taking a cucumber and making it useful.
Okay, so you take a jar of pickles.
Yes.
You take the pickles out.
Yes.
Would you drink the water that's left behind?
Probably not in huge quantities.
So you're saying that a cucumber is basically water, and then pickling it makes it a pickle.
Yes.
So the pickled water should also, by that logic, be as good as a pickle.
Why should that be?
Because you said that you equate a cucumber to water.
Yes. So because a cucumber consists of water. So
by that logic, the pickled water would be equal to the pickled cucumber.
The pickled water is not inherently a content of the pickle. We throw the pickle into the water.
But it takes on all the taste of the pickle. It takes
on the taste of... No. The pickle takes on the taste of the spices.
Yeah. But by that logic, drinking the pickled water would be the same as eating a pickle. Otherwise, your analogy doesn't hold up.
Would it?
Otherwise, your analogy is not consistent.
Why is that?
Because you said drinking water is the same as eating a cucumber.
Dirty water.
Yeah, you throw all kinds of shit in the pickled water as well. I mean, that is how that is.
It's spices.
Yeah.
The actual pickle does not contain a concentration of the spices as high as the actual pickled water.
Okay, then.
And for your information, yeah, you could definitely drink the pickled water if you like the taste.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You say that the pickled water isn't good. You could add some more water to it and some dirt if you want to, if that makes your analogy work better.
You could.
But you still wouldn't want to drink that.
I would probably not want to drink it. That's why I would not want to eat a cucumber.
Yeah, but that same argument applies to the pickle.
Well, which argument? What argument applies to the pickle?
The water and dirt argument. Because it's still the same base.
A pickle is inherently a small cucumber.
Yes, exactly.
That we then enhance to taste better.
Yes, by that logic, you could enhance the dirt water and make it taste better.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want to drink that.
I would rather drink a pickled water than I would drink regular water with dirt in it.
So anyways, cucumbers taste decent. It has some nutritional value, although that would also apply to pickles, so no point there.
Pickles do contain vastly more amounts of macronutrients.
And
also, be it
also,
sugar, it does.
What would you rather have on your sandwich? Cucumbers or pickles?
Pickles. Probably
Cucumbers.
pickles.
Come on, it's the obvious pick.
Probably pickles.
Okay.
Because cucumber does not affect the taste. If there's anything else around a cucumber, the taste of the cucumber is so minimal that it does not affect it. It's a redundancy thing, right?
It makes, like, if you have like a burger and you put cucumbers on there,
yeah,
it makes the burger fresher. Like, that's just it.
That's what the greens is for. That's what the piece of lettuce is for. Like the cucumber, you don't see it because they're not sticking out to the sides. Also, it's usually pickles on burgers.
You're saying if you put cucumbers on there, it will taste fresher than if you put pickles on there.
Okay, real quick. Describe to me the taste of fresh.
You cannot describe tastes at all.
Okay, what does fresh taste like? You can't, don't argue yourself in the corner with like the taste of fresh. There's a taste or sweet and sour and all that.
Yeah, but describe to me the taste of sweet.
Okay, fair enough. You do not describe the taste sweet, but what tastes fresh? Fresh is not a taste. Fresh is not a flavor.
But you can still tell when you're eating or drinking something whether it's fresh or not. So there is definitely something there.
Well, for some certain foods, they rot or go stale or whatever.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about, though. Like,
right. But stuff doesn't go stale just because there's no cucumber on it.
Yeah, of course. That's not what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? If you pick your foods by either the flavor or the nutritional value, you go and pickle over cucumber. If you're gonna pick your foods by anything else but the flavor or what you're actually eating, go cucumber. You're free to do that. But who does that?
I'm not conceding the flavor point. Okay, nutritional value, sure.
Okay.
You can't. That's not a point you can argue. It either is better or worse.
Yes.
But the flavor, I don't think so. Although at the end of the day, that all flavor-related things are subjective.
A piece of cucumber, like all by itself, nothing on it, like no sandwich, no nothing, tastes awful. That
does not taste awful.
That is just a taste of dirt. That is just a taste of dirt. It tastes horrendous. It's disgusting.
It is not.
It is so awful. I could take a pickle out of a pickle jar and eat that pickle. I could
disgusting.
not. I could not for the life of me eat just a piece of cucumber.
First of all,
awful.
That's personal experience, which is only anecdotal evidence, which doesn't support your point.
Which was your first argument for cucumber.
And by that logic, the same thing applies to me, just the other way around.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Scribbling out taste as personal preference, the argument left would be
nutritional value. Which in that regard you win.
Fair enough.
But that's at the end of the day, you could boil pretty much all of those down to that.
Yes, you could.
And at that point,
but we are here to
who cares?
To convince the other person of this is better objectively because this and this. So we're gonna let that one sit.
Yeah, I mean we wanted to make those
and vote cucumber versus pickle Rick.
What's worse? Also, pickle Rick is not gonna be a factor.
Oh, would cucumber Rick be as funny? Would it? I mean, you gotta vote pickle, right? Pickles are funnier. Fact.
Not sure, and that can't be a factor. Because at that point, it just boils down to people liking Rick and Morty.
Yes.
And that shouldn't be the winning argument for pickles.
Listen, here's the fact, right? Two exotic things, coconuts and bananas.
Yeah.
Now the main difference between the both of them, right? Except for appearance and basically everything else, is that bananas taste nice.
They don't.
Bananas are sweet.
Way too sweet.
They are sweet. They are healthy for you. They're amazing. Bananas are easy to eat. You do not break your fingers trying to open them. Bananas are usually not harvested employing the work of slave monkeys.
Not sure about that part.
Well, coconuts are. Bananas are usually harvested employing the work of slave humans. Which is way better, of course.
Which are also apes, so close enough, I guess.
Good point. Point being, though, how versatile are coconuts as opposed to bananas?
So,
in terms of when you're eating them.
You have candy bars with coconuts in them?
I'm not. No, that's what I meant. I meant
just eating them pure.
Yeah, I'm saying what you meant, right? You're planning to go to the gym. Not you, but people are. You go to the gym. You're gonna have a workout. You need to boost energy. Do you pull a banana out of your backpack, or do you pull a full, whole, uncracked, round, big space engulfing coconut out of your backpack? Then proceed to crack that open by smacking it against the wall. Drinking the so-called milk, which is just water, but it's pretty much dirt water, back like the cucumber. Scraping off the rubbery, disgusting, hard, tough, nasty white innards of the coconut off of the peel, and then eating that, like having shit stuck in your teeth, and it tastes disgusting. Or you have a banana, open up that banana, no struggles at all, eating that banana within like 10 seconds, having short chain carbohydrates rushing through your blood, giving you all kinds of energy, and getting the vitamins of eating actual fruit.
Talking about the chain lengths is actually also a factor in the coconuts, because it has the most healthy fats that there are. It has the longest chains on the fats, and the longer they are, the better.
I beg to differ that it has the healthiest fats that there is.
It's at least some of the, maybe not the absolute.
Fair enough. Nuts in general do contain healthy fats.
Yes, but coconuts especially, and coconuts definitely taste better than bananas.
Absolutely.
Bananas are just way too sweet. And also, they go very well with other stuff, although you could, if you like bananas, I guess you could argue the same thing with bananas.
Go with anything.
Like, again, there's chocolate bars, there's other things, like you could put it in a cake.
There's chocolate bars, and there's other things.
Dude, let me elaborate.
Good argument.
You can put them in a cake, you can put them in like yogurt, you can put them in like, there's I guess coconut milk is what you already talked about, but
gross.
You know.
What of those
just
things?
Just a nice additive flavor on top.
What of those things? Okay, name one thing that you can do with a coconut that you can't do with a banana. And if you don't find one, then I'm just gonna tell you, banana on a stick, dunk it in chocolate. You can't do that with a coconut. You're not doing that with a coconut.
You can't put the coconut on a stick and put it in chocolate, but you can combine coconut and chocolate.
Disgusting. Awful.
And coconut has a superior taste.
Not true. But we already established that taste is subjective.
Which the problem is, for foods, it's either nutritional value that most people argue over, or taste.
Okay.
If we're not arguing taste,
I take it that if you were to be stranded on a deserted island and there was one palm tree, you would appreciate if that was a coconut tree over a banana tree.
Yes.
And you would appreciate having to crack open your lunch, your dinner, and your breakfast for 2 hours, and then getting about 2 fluid ounces of coconut milk, which is dirt water, out of it, and a bunch of disgusting inside of a coconut, instead of just picking up a banana, opening it, eating it,
How many bananas would you have to eat to just survive off of bananas?
Per day?
Yes.
10 to 15?
That, okay. Yeah, but coconuts, they have fats, which is one of the main things that could keep you going energy-wise.
Carbohydrates. Bananas.
Your body converts one to the other.
Not necessarily all the way true. Yeah, they do convert carbohydrates to... They break down as the carbohydrates to fats, yes.
Yes, exactly.
But carbohydrates is what keeps your brain running. Fats do not. You could... Okay,
Also,
a healthy diet would involve about 2 to 3 times as many carbohydrates as fats.
Also, arguing about just eating a single food is not really
generally no.
Food.
But convenience sake, I would rather pick up a banana and be done eating it. Because I would be able to eat.
Sure, I would also probably not buy a whole coconut anywhere. Things with coconut in them versus things with banana in them, definitely coconut.
Okay, so okay, I feel you. So you're not buying a whole coconut and eating the coconut.
No.
But I'm buying a banana and I'm eating the banana because the banana by itself is a complete food. The coconut by itself.
Not really complete food.
Not really coconut.
I do agree with that.
I will say that the coconut is a valid condiment in protein bars or stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Where you don't have the coconut flavor all over the place, or like a little bit of coconut sprinkle on chocolate or whatever. Alright, people might like that. But I'm not. No one goes and buys them a coconut and eats that whole coconut. A banana is a food. A coconut is a condiment.
But your argument previously was also like adding a bit of a different flavor to something.
Sure.
Banana is just sweet. You can get that out of all kinds of things. You basically just add sugar on top and it tastes the exact same.
Nutritional value.
But if you're adding coconuts, you're changing the taste. You're adding to the flavor.
You could do the exact same thing with bananas.
But as I said, that's basically just making it more sweet. You can do it with all kinds of things.
Bananas are not just sweet.
Coconuts do have a more unique flavor.
Not true. Not true. The flavor of coconuts is just as unique as the flavor of bananas. Nothing else in the world tastes exactly like bananas. Just because there's other things that taste sweet.
But that's all that bananas taste. Sweet.
That is not all that bananas taste.
It's just disgustingly sweet. There's nothing else to
them.
That
is just not true. And if bananas are too sweet for you, then eat them when they're a little bit green. Eat them when a little bit green. They're not as sweet. Still good nutritional value. Next debate. Okay. We do both agree that this food or whatever it is pretty good.
Yeah, popcorn.
Popcorn. But here's the thing, right? How does one enjoy their popcorn? Salted or sugared?
I know I'm in the minority here.
You've got to be in the minority here, man. Popcorn, right? You sugar popcorn. No one puts salt on their popcorn. I will give you salted peanuts. Alright?
Like, think of the type of food that popcorn is. Like, and the alternatives you might consider for a situation where you're eating popcorn.
Right.
The first thing that comes to mind probably is like chips and like Cheetos and that kind of stuff.
Not really. First thing that come to mind is jelly beans, cookies, and chocolate.
Like, you're sitting in the movie theater. Are you eating cookies or are you eating chips if you can't get popcorn?
I mean, I'm eating popcorn, obviously.
Yeah, but assuming there was no popcorn choice.
I'm eating ice cream, actually.
Okay. But generally, I would think that...
I'm eating ice cream and I'm eating nachos. Okay, I will give you nachos, but the thing is, just by association, that does not mean that popcorn is intended to be consumed salted.
But that is the group of foods that you would associate it with mostly, so it makes sense to salt it.
The group you associate it with mostly?
I would think so.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
Like that does matter? I could bring up the peanut butter and jelly argument again. Synergize well together, complete opposites. It doesn't matter what you associate it with.
And
we don't need sugar. We don't need to have sugar and fruit and peanut butter just because we associate it with jelly.
And I guess the flavor argument is to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I like it better that way, you like it better that way. There's no real argument.
Sugared popcorn is traditional. That is the American way of eating popcorn. I'm appealing to the masses. That is the American way of eating popcorn.
Isn't the American way of eating it buttered?
Yes.
Which is disgusting, mind you.
I'm not a huge fan of the buttered way either. Okay, let me boil it down to this one, alright? What is popcorn made from?
Corn.
Corn comes in exactly what form?
What do you mean? It comes on a cob.
Like, yeah, but you don't pop the corn from the cob. You don't use for popcorn.
No, it is.
Okay, have you heard of salty corn or have you heard of sweet corn?
I have heard of sweet corn.
You have heard of sweet corn. Now, what is sweet? Sugar or salt?
Sugar.
Drawing another connection from corn to popcorn. We're adding a syllable. We're adding the word pop because it pops when they pop.
It pops when they pop.
Fact.
Great.
No, it's still corn, right?
Yeah.
How does the process of popping now turn sweet corn into salt corn?
Then I would have to, again, bring up your own hypocrisy by saying that you should always add something that does not taste the same. It's already sweet corn.
Okay, rebuttal, right? Did I say that you should always do that?
But that...
I said if you are intending to do so.
Dude.
Then you do it to a way that it matters.
You can't argue on one point that, oh yeah, it's in the same category so it goes well together. On the other point argue, oh, it's a different category so it goes well together. Your arguments are directly coming from two different sides.
I'm saying that if you're gonna alter something, do it in a way that it matters. Popcorn.
Exactly. So either
popcorn is not inherently sweet. It is not inherently sugary. Okay, popcorn itself, without any condiments, doesn't have much flavor to it.
It's just weird and sticky.
Pizza does. If you're gonna change pizza, change it in a way that it matters. With pineapples. Don't change it in a way that no one would notice. With another strip of mushrooms on there. With another pepperoni, whatever.
Trust me, you notice mushrooms. But that's not the point right now.
You do notice mushrooms if you do realize how awful they are. Also, one more thing about that, right? Are you not happy with animal and plant products? Do you really need to kill a third life form? Eat fungus?
Yes.
Come on, that's barbaric. But popcorn, the way of eating popcorn is sugar. Popcorn is supposed to be eaten sugared. That's connected to the happy emotions that you feel when you're in the movie theater. It's about having a good time. It's about enjoying yourself, and that's surely what sugar does. Because sugar releases hormones in your body that make you happy.
Also, going about health stuff.
Both unhealthy.
Both are not healthy.
Not really.
But sugar is stuff that you stuff into you all day.
Yes.
Salt, you don't really hear too often about people eating too much salt.
Sugar is also
But eating too much sugar, that comes up all the fucking time.
Sugar is also that which your brain runs on.
Yes, but you can still... It's probably
Salt
easier.
is just that which dehydrates your cells.
But you also need salt. You need both salt and sugar,
Vastly,
and both of them you shouldn't have too much of.
You need vastly fewer amounts of salt and sugar, though. If you're gonna have a bucket of popcorn with either the one amount of salt or the same amount of sugar in it, go for sugar because a bucket of popcorn with the other amount of salt, and it will probably be too much salt for the day. People do eat too much salt. That is a fact. All people do. More people than would eat too much sugar, I would assume.
I'm fairly certain that more people eat too much sugar, or
in
general. You know how obesity is a huge deal?
Yes.
That's all sugar and fat.
You know how that's also really linked to sodium consumption?
How is that linked to sodium consumption?
Water retention.
Okay. Okay.
Water retention. But yeah, of course, sugar and fat, that's a problem, right? And I know that sugared popcorn does contain more calories. But again, you're not eating popcorn every day. You're eating popcorn when you go to the movie theater. Or when you're enjoying a show, something like that.
And to be fair, I mostly do eat it sugared in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Because
Then
I
I have
usually
this-
share with other people,
Right.
and no one else eats it salted.
I mean, that should give it away, right? Last debate?
Yes,
Okay.
this is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, listen. Here's the thing, right? You're having a barbecue. You're dropping them ribs, you're dropping them steaks, you're dropping them shrimps if you're Australian. You're serving the food up, got some salad with it, and then you got that steak. You got that great steak, that great ribs. Okay, let's go ribs, right? You got them great ribs on your plate. Now what do? Ribs on the plate, do you just munch them, or do you take about 5 seconds of time to open that barbecue sauce? Drench them ribs in barbecue sauce and have the best taste experience of your life. Or just eat the meat with some spicing on it.
I mean, that's the thing, right? There's already like salt and pepper and all kinds of spices on there.
Maybe.
It has already developed its unique taste.
Uh-huh.
And then you're putting ketchup on it.
Yeah,
And it just tastes like
wait.
ketchup.
You're not putting ketchup on it. You're putting barbecue sauce on it. We took putting barbecue sauce on the ribs.
Okay,
That is how you enhance food.
a lot of people do like ketchup and stuff, and so it's like, dude, now you're eating ketchup with something hard under it. It's like,
No. You're eating ribs with some ketchup on it. That is what you're eating. You're not eating a You're not eating a bunch of ketchup with a hamburger around
you're
it.
drowning the thing you're eating in a foreign flavor.
Do you know
that
that?
you could put on anything?
Do you notice the words you are using just to manipulate? Drowning. You're not drowning it. You're enhancing it.
Dude, you're saying that drowning is not a neutral word, but you can say enhancing?
Yes, enhancing.
That's also not a neutral word.
You're adding little bits of other stuff to the greater thing. You're not using more sauce than you're using ribs. God damn it.
But
A steak without steak sauce. What is that? What is
steak, I guess.
It is a steak, but it's not as good. What is ribs without barbecue sauce? What is French fries without ketchup and like mayonnaise, something like that?
It's French fries and they taste pretty good.
But it's just French fries though.
With salt on them, of course.
With salt, of course, yeah.
Because you can't really eat fries without salt. It's like, it's always a bit weird.
This, spices, right? Spices and sauces is the easiest, best, most simple, and probably most efficient and variable way to enhance your food, to add flavors in whatever way you want. That's like pineapples on pizza.
But sauces is probably also the easiest way to make all your food taste the same.
That is not true. Seeing as there are how many types of different sauces? Listen, if you I thought of this example, right? If you're gonna eat a steak every single day for a year, right? You could either, by your method, have eaten 365 steaks, slumps of meat, or you could have enjoyed a curry steak on the first day. You could have enjoyed a barbecue steak on the first day. You could have enjoyed honey mustard on the first day. You have 365 different flavors. Still eating the steak. Wide variety of flavors. And you can choose whichever one you like. You don't have to go barbecue if you don't like barbecue. You don't have to go curry if you don't like curry. You can choose whichever one you like. And switch it up too.
But you are imposing a situation in where you have to eat one specific food over and over again. You could also just vary the foods you're eating and keep the sauce away, and you still have the same amount of variety.
Sure.
And if you were, like, again, picking a hypothetical scenario, adding the same sauce to, like, every single piece of meat you're eating, like chicken, steak, ham, like sausages, everything.
Yeah.
And then, at that point, it would taste better if you just kept the sauce away.
But you can pick a different sauce for anything. Say I know there's no real limit, but say we had 100 different foods, right?
Yes.
There's 100 different foods and 100 different spices, right? What you do is you would, over your lifetime, be able to taste 100 different flavors, individual flavors.
Yes, and you're getting at the 10K point, yeah, I know.
Exactly.
But you change how meat tastes, not by adding sauces to it, but by adding the seasoning and the other spices.
That is still spices.
I thought we were arguing sauces, though.
The note that JJ put down is purism versus masking the taste of food. Purism is hunting down a hyena.
Not sure if hyena is the best meat, but sure.
Hunting down anything. Like biting its head off. Digging your claws that you obviously have into the flesh and eating it raw from the bone. You're not cooking it. You're not seasoning it. You're not spicing it. You're not extra sauce. The sauce is just the last one step in the process of enhancing your food to the point where it gives you maximal taste pleasure.
Okay, so here's two things.
Yes.
First of all, I think when we went into this, we both not fully understood the position of the other person.
You put purism versus masking the taste.
Because
that makes very clear.
When you say sauces,
I'm pretty sure it said spices.
I don't know what he said, but the point is, what I think of is people pouring ketchup over everything, and it's just horrible.
Everything?
Like, you know, they have like their French fries and they have like a steak.
Yes.
They just pour ketchup over everything, and everything just tastes like ketchup.
Here's what you do. You pour a little bit of ketchup or any condiment of your choice, because there's lots of them at the side of your plate. And then you can, like, with every single bite of steak and with every single French fry you take on your fork, you can decide. You're making a decision. Do I want French fries with ketchup? Do I want steak with ketchup? Or do I just want a French fry? You can put different types of sauces too. That's how dipping works. Are you gonna clear out a bag of nachos without dipping? Like no salsa? No dipping cheese? Anything? Really? I don't think so.
So I guess the final thing in here is use them if you want to, but use them in moderation.
That sounds like alcohol. That sounds like you're talking about booze out here.
They're also kids. Don't drink and drive.
Just don't drink. That's a better approach. Okay. Are we getting this done or what?
Yeah, I think so. Because those were supposed to be fast food debates.
Fast food debates and a couple of fast food debates. Song of the week, I think, is the way to finish the podcast, because we need to leave people
yes.
on a high note of the bad music component. What is your song of the week?
My song of the week is Hurt by Johnny Cash.
And why is that?
Because it's a good song. I mean, of course, a lot of people probably have heard it. If you've seen the Logan trailer from like a year ago,
yes,
you probably have heard that song. You might not have known by whom it was or what the song is called. It's a pretty good song. It's a bit different from the stuff we usually suggest, so keep a bit of variety in here. And it's generally a good song. Listen to it. If you like it, add it to your playlist. If you don't, well,
don't.
But hey, it's worth checking out.
If you don't, then go Bon Jovi. But here's the thing, right? I'm not too high on that song. I don't have it in my playlist. I'm generally not too high on that song. Jada gave you a good song. Let me give you a great song, a fantastic song, a phenomenal song. Do you remember last week? The name Slade was dropped more than once.
Yes.
And we were talking about the Mysterious Mr. Jones and Ruby Red, all that elite stuff, right?
Oh, I know where you're going.
All that elite stuff. Now here's a song that is absolutely a top 3 Slade song.
Does it have a French title?
It does have a French title. And it is potentially, more likely than not, the number 2 best Slade song of all time, just trailing the Mysterious Mr. Jones and ahead of Ruby Red. C'est la vie. It's a French title. I believe it means it's the life.
Yes.
I believe it's what it means. We talked about French class in this podcast and only doing shit. But I believe that's what it means. It's a great song.
I'm not sure if the part is actually an actual word you can translate, but the ist is is.
It is. Se means it is.
That is, yeah. That is.
It is the life.
La is the pronoun.
Yes.
It's yeah.
And V is life.
Exactly.
This song is also life. It gives you life. It gives me life because it is phenomenal. You need to go and listen to that song. Listen to it over and over again and you need to love it.
That's it.
That's it.